And I think too, like if you're feeling depressed, like I always say, as someone who's struggled with depression throughout my life, you can't just like get out of being depressed. You have to,
Mm-mm.
and even if you're taking medication for help with that, I always say, like, depression is being stuck in a hole and you got to claw and climb your way out. And climbing and clawing your way out is an analogy for basically making positive changes in your life that can lead to you climbing yourself out of this hole, out of this rut. And so sometimes depression can be a big sign too, as well. I didn't even think about that. But I always say, like, that's the thing of just like climbing and crawling out of that deep hole. And that's how you get to the next level. That's how you get to the next part of the game of life.
Mhm. And I remember when I was far into the hole, I've been in that dark hole a couple of times, phrasing, but I mean, it's one of those things where it's like something you can only get yourself out. People around you can support you, people around you can give you the tools, but you have to work at it for yourself. And there are times where, unfortunately, medically, you can't get there yourself and you have the support you need through medication, doctors, whatever. Okay. Because depression can be at all kinds of levels.
Yeah.
But if you're in a depression that like is able to be managed by yourself, then it's like you do really need to start making the changes. You have to work on yourself because otherwise, no one's really going to be there to get you out. You're kind of on your own sometimes.
Yeah, you had to come up with a game plan and like some steps. And maybe you're like, you know what, for the next 3 months, I am going to be extremely dedicated. I am going to work really hard at putting some negative routines or negative things that I'm doing on hold. And I am just going to be super focused on creating something new and to pull yourself out of that. And I think if you just embrace it, that this is what's happening and be like, here's, because sometimes that's what happens is I think depression comes sometimes from everyone else around you has changed and things have moved on and it just is what it is. And you're
And it's
stuck there.
hard. You're stuck. My advice to anybody that wants to start making positive routines but doesn't know where to start is to, for 15 days, because I read somewhere it takes 15 or 14 days to form a habit, whatever.